When the same old world is turning to a new and promised land, and each moment a miracle I hold within my hand, I know the Master now and who is in command, and no matter where I go, I know where I stand. When I fall on my knees,
Howdy. I'm so glad you're here because I want to tell you all about my cat. How many cat people have we got in the audience? Oh, good. How about dog people? Yeah, okay. This ain't a contest, folks, but I want you to meet my kitty cat. This is Bella. Oh, come on, you can do better than that. Oh, that's better. They say that dogs have owners and cats have staff. Yeah. So, and that's way much the truth. It certainly is the truth. So, a fellow by the name of Albert Schweitzer once said that there are two means of refuge from the miseries of life: music and cats. That has not been my experience. It has not been my experience, but I've got to tell you that there are some commonalities between us and all of the other animals on the planet, and I really have learned a great deal from both the dogs and the cats that I have. Bella has been my greatest teacher. So, bye, Bella. Go back to sleep now, sweetheart. She always behaves that way, incidentally. So there are kind of three things that I want to talk about that I've learned from Bella that we can learn from our animals. And the reason that I think we really have animals in the first place is to help us remember these things. The first one is that it's a concept that I like to call constants. There are other people who say it's living in the now or living in the moment, recognizing that there is no future and no past, but only what's happening right here in time. Have you ever tried that? How easy is it? Not. Why? Because we're forever taking what was in our past and plugging it into our future so that we either continue the same drama that we used to live or working very hard to change it, but always looking forward and backward. This we do in our heads. And our heads, unfortunately, are in charge of our lives most of the time. When we get into this exact moment, though, it moves to here, doesn't it? Yeah. And that's one of the things that Bella has taught me, that I can live here at least part of the time, because she lives there all of the time. She doesn't worry about what's going to happen tomorrow. That's my job. She doesn't worry about whether she's going to get fed. That's my job. I'm the staff. And she doesn't have any history. So she can just hang out and be where she is and do what she wants to do, go outside, go inside, whatever she wants. That's hers. She doesn't have to accomplish anything short of getting up in the morning, eating breakfast, and taking a nap. That's her job. I would love to be able to live in that space. How about you? I think that is a magnificent way to do. Her job is to just, Henry David Thoreau did a good job of talking about that. He said, in Walden, I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life. and see if I could not learn what I had to teach, and not, when I came to die, discover that I had not lived. We just turned what was kind of fun and silly into something that really is quite meaningful, isn't it? I get into my head and the voices that live there, and I don't think you're any exception, so much of the time that I forget to live now. I get into the drama of my past or the joy of my past, it doesn't matter which, but the stories that were and the stories that are going to be, because we all aspire to different things. We all feel like we need to accomplish something more. And the fact is, it's fine if we don't. I began to learn this after I retired. I didn't have to climb the corporate ladder anymore. Yeah, that was good, okay? What happens after that, after you've figured out that you don't have to accomplish anything, that you can live in the moment, it's okay to take a nap. Wow. Bella takes lots of naps. The dogs that I've had from time to time, depending on the dog, sometimes also like to take naps, but it's also an opportunity to live in a meditative state. And out of that comes an extreme feeling of the joy that can happen in living. You with me so far? Yeah. So what I can learn from Bella, first off, is about joy and about the fact that it comes from not having to accomplish anything or be anywhere or even wash the dishes. That's my job. Okay? The Upanishad is an ancient Bible, the first written spiritual stories, and they're a set of stories. But in the Upanishad, written about BC 800, it says, where there is joy, there is creation. Where there is no joy, there is no creation. Know the nature of joy. So, number one, constancy, living in the now, living in joy. I've learned that from my kitty cat. Item number 2. When a dog looks at you, the dog is not thinking what kind of a person you are. The dog is not judging you. Eckhart Tolle. When you have a dog, do you ever feel judged? When you have a cat, do you ever feel judged? You know whereof I speak, but that's only because I'm the staff. Okay. Oh, I love that critter. I do. She's getting old like me, but that's okay. We're getting old together. But when animals really don't have judgment about us. Not per se. As long as I do the things that she knows that I'm supposed to do, she's fine. But that's about being staff. Anybody who walks in the door to my house has an equal opportunity to be judged or loved. It's not about me. She has a little problem with little short people because sometimes little short people want to pet her kind of hard, so she runs and hides. But anybody can sit in her petting chair and she will allow herself to be petted. It doesn't matter who. She doesn't have any real feelings about good people and bad people, or important people and not important people, or the way that we dress, or the way that we look, or how old we are, unless we're only this tall, or how young we are. She just lives in this world free, absolutely free of judgment. When a dog looks at you, he doesn't care who you are. He's not judging you. Bella is perfectly happy being a cat. I've asked her, and she's told me she really doesn't want to be a dog. And she doesn't, and she's a blonde cat, and she never asks to be a brunette. And her hair is going gray, and she doesn't dye it. Okay? She is exactly who she is, and she's okay with that. How about you? How about me? Don't we aspire to be things that maybe we're not? Sometimes? I wish I knew more about music. I want to be Rick. and I want to be Lezlee. I'm tired of being me because I don't know how to do that. So there's something wrong with me because they know how to do it, and I don't. Does that ever happen in your head? That you want to be more or different or something other than you are? Oh, if only. When I was 17, I had made a different choice. My life would be wonderful. And so, as I say that, then it must suck because it's not that life, it's the one I've got. She doesn't do that. She's happy exactly doing what she's doing, and she accepts everyone and everything exactly as it is. If my bed is not made, I'm a mess in the morning. But if she decides to take a nap, she doesn't care whether the bed's made or not. She just lays on it. And if there's a pile of clothes to be folded, all the better. Because she can sleep on top of those. You see what I'm saying? She absolutely doesn't have judgments about how things ought to be. She accepts life exactly as it is. And she doesn't expect anything more to us. She has no hidden beliefs about life that I could tell. I asked her, she'd asked me what hidden beliefs were. She didn't even know what I was talking about. We do that all the time, though, don't we? We live according to what we believe, not what we want to believe, but what we really believe, and that limits our ability to live every morning. And that's just how she is. Okay, we're good. I'm keeping an eye on the clock here. No judgment. Absolutely no judgment. A quote from Living the Science of Mind. When Jesus said that it is done unto us as we believe, he implied that there is a power that can and will and must react to us. But this power has no choice other than to react to us the way we think. That is good news, and it's terrible news. Jesus said it is done to us as we believe. Our beliefs create our life. Bella doesn't have any hidden beliefs. She has exactly the life she wants. That I have learned from this cat. So, certitude is the third one. Certitude is a lovely word. It means a state of mind in which one is free from doubt, absolutely certain about life. Are you? Not me. She never doubts that she can have and do and be anything she wants. She never has a doubt about whether people are going to like her, whether people are going to judge her, or whether she is limited in her capacity. She doesn't have any hidden beliefs. She knows she can have whatever she wants, and she absolutely knows it because that's how life is. What did Jim say? It's the nature of the divine mind to respond to us, to give us what we ask when we ask it. She knows that. Thus, the childlike mind of total acceptance is likened unto the kingdom of heaven. A child, for example, expects his parents to meet his needs. When he asks his mother for a drink of water, he is absolutely certain that she will provide it, just as the mother expects absolutely to give it. That's certitude. No doubt ever about anything in all of my life. She knows that if she asks for something, she can have it. We all know that. And she knows what she wants. A drink of water, and a nap, or a pet. And when she wants a pet, she's really good at asking for it. You know, and asking, and if she wants out, Cyril can tell you, there's no question that this cat is going to get out, and she knows it. Do you ever doubt yourself? Do you ever pray thinking, well, maybe, maybe not? Maybe I deserve this, but I'm thinking, not really. Okay, you ever do that? Yeah, I do. I do. And she doesn't. Cats and dogs, all animals, know for certainty that they are loved and that they are cared for and that they can have whatever they ask for. What cats are really good at is asking for what they want. I kind of don't. How about you? I would really love, I don't know, a bowl of chocolate ice cream. But I can't have a bowl of chocolate ice cream because nobody's going to get it for me. Remember, cats don't have opposable thumbs. They can't do a lot of things for themselves. Yeah, that's the only reason she can't, by the way. You ever tried to just do things with 4 paws? So that they need us for that. Thank heaven for that, because she'd be so independent she wouldn't even talk to me anymore. I just know that that's true. I just know that that's true. Yeah, so it's fun. It's fun living with a cat. It's fun living with a critter like that, and it's a challenge in every moment. Therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. She knows that. And we are learning it. I'm learning it from her. So that's really most all of it. Yeah. So how do we know what we want? Because, I taught college for a long, long time, and I taught a class that showed people how to get what they want, kind of the same thing we talk about here. And the question that would baffle these young people much of the time is knowing what it is they wanted. Do you know exactly what you want all the time? Probably not. Do we know what we want with the Salt Lake Center to be right now? Probably not. There's a really good way to learn that. And that is called visioning. Instead of using this little mind of mine to figure things out, we live in an infinite sea of divine wisdom. Maybe we could ask the divine wisdom for help. What a thought, just saying. And that is another thing that I think our animals do. They are tapped into that divine mind all of the time. They never question life. They know that they deserve everything there is that they want. They know that they live in a world where they are infinitely loved and cared for. They know that. And we can know that too. After we get through with this, we'll have our little circle up here, go get a glass of water or whatever, and come back, and we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. But maybe we can talk a little bit about how to tap into that divine infinite wisdom and begin to use it, that we call visioning. So, there's just one last thing that all animals are very good at. And Raj is going to put a little video on the screen so you can kind of see maybe what that is. Feel this with your heart, people. we could go on and on and on. You know what they do really well? They love us. And we can love them back. That's why we have animals. It's all about love. It really is all about love, folks. Whether you've got an animal or not, whether you're a cat person or a dog person or a turtle person or whatever you are, or an animalless person, all of this is good. The bottom line with all of this is that we must love each other, and we do. So let's go into a little prayer. I would like to invite the practitioners to stand. Look at these lovely folks. Farrell is in the back, and I see Katie and Teresa and Theral and Jan. Oh, and Jan, Reverend Jan. These people are the core of this organization. If you don't have a cat, use one of them. So let's pray together. Coming from a place of absolute love and caring and sharing and knowing that we are right now divine, that we have within us all of the characteristics that we need to live our lives beautifully, that we live in a world of infinite love and caring and knowing that all things are possible as we choose them, that life itself is beautiful and glorious and wonderful and must always be that, and is in fact that as we believe. And so in this moment, I claim for this group, for all of the people in this room, for all of the people in this community, indeed for everyone, that we live lives filled with beauty and joy and love and laughter. And that is why we're here. I accept with all of my heart all of this good for myself and for all of us, knowing that as the words we speak become the law by which we live, I'm in deep gratitude for knowing that the work is already done. And it's all about love. And so it is.